sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Ready, break.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Hey, check that, street.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Pass to 60. Mustang 19. Warriors 70. Dragon 60.
Now Gino. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Raiders at 4-5, a game under 500. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
To throw again on second down, Smith. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Brought down by Willie Gay.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Jacobs. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Kevin Pirates. Cup 19. Go.
3rd and 2, Smith. Left side to Lamb. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Pat the street.
They go with Jacobs, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes going for the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Shoves him aside. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year.
Trap 50, trap 50.
From the 27, Smith. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Oso Digizua with the effort there to earn the sack.
19 right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
18 Radley, 18 Radley. 18 Pioneer. Buffalo 18.
Throwing now is Geno. And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Warriors 17.
Now Smith. On the move to his left. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
Dragon 60.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Check mash.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Vikings 18. 3.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And again, it's Mahomes. To Chenault on the slant. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach
turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, smash Broncos!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19 Lion, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattlers. Ready?
Geno down to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Geno. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at about the 28. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 47 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 yards on the touchdown there as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Rangers. 19 tight. 19 tight.
To throw is Smith. And this is caught. It's Brown. 23 yards the pickup there. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Back to 60. 60 Bellcat. 60 Bellcat. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They snap it to Smith. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the red zone now, Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. C.D. Lamb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question. We'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I'm going to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jerome Bentley. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the interception, here's Smith. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in until you look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more play.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Smith. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Smith on 3rd down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Geno. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Smith. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
19 strikes. 19 strikes.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get